Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog Gada, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me, and big salute to Cooper. Cooper with that pole position. And my brother Young Ready. Man, Ready, I appreciate you, man. Real soldier, man. Ready, real soldier, man. I know how you feeling, man, under the weather, man. But you know how us soldiers do. You know what I mean? It's all about sacrifice, man. That's what makes us elite out here in the field. Ready. Even though we feeling down and out, all the cards might be stacked against us in our mind or in our body or in our soul, right? You know what I'm saying? And I know, you're not feeling too well, man. So, my prayers are with you. Do what's necessary, right? Ready, do what's necessary. I know you will, but do what's necessary to diagnose what's going on, and then do what's necessary to work on your healing, right? So I know you got it, man. But hey, I love you. Real shit, Ready. I love you, man. And I appreciate you, man, for showing up for your brother over here in the classroom, because you could have easily waved your white flag and be like, Coach, I ain't fucking with you. I'm out. But I appreciate you, Ready. Real shit, man. Big salute to your family. And big salute to all the ones that might be coming in here a little bit later in the chat, or all the ones that will be coming back on the repeat and listening to the classroom as they work and put in their work and put in their more work 3 times, wherever you might be. And you might want to hear some great dogman engineer talk that you could only get from over here in our classrooms. In our classroom, you can only get that here. We're the originators, we're the pioneer of the dogman engineered dogman and dog women talk. That's how I like it. We're going to get people copying, but that's okay. You can copy us. You know why? Because there's nothing new under the sun. The dog god, aka the coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dog, didn't invent the high performance working dog engineer. I didn't create and invent that shit. I'm just continuing a long lost art. That's all I'm doing. I'm just continuing what our great, so many greats, right? Ancestors, dog, man, engineer, ancestors did before us, the creators, right? The artists, the free thinkers, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm bringing back the essence of them back to our reality in 2025, the creators, man. So big salute to all of you, dogmen and dog women engineers. Now, before I get into what I normally get into, man, get comfortable, man. Get comfortable, man. Hey, the dog god, man. Coach, man. I mean, shit. Elon Musk, this high performance working dog, man. All 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, all 3 of my titles, man. It's been a rough week for the dog god. It's been a hard week for the coach. But you know what I do when I get on the line in the classroom with y'all, so I can focus on our classroom, our objective. I don't have no outside thoughts, because when you in the field and you smell like that in the field cologne, because you always front line solving problems, putting in that work and more work 3 times, shedding the blood, shedding the sweat, and you in pain, you shed the tears. Oh man, you gotta get something to calm the edge sometimes, man. And being that I'm not an abuser of anything in my life, I like control like Janet Jackson. I like to be in control like Janet, damn it. So when I just need to curb the edge, man, I just give me a basic drink. But before I get into my drink, get your herbal sensations rolled up, your backwoods, your Swisher Sweets, your paper planes, your bongs, your lotions, your edibles, whatever you partake. When it comes to that herbal sensations, get that shit ready to go. Get your brewskis cracked, your Heinekens, man. I mean, your Modelo's, you know what I'm saying? Your Coors Light, your Bud Light, your Budweisers, whatever you like, IPOs, all them things that you like to partake in that taste like hops. Make sure it's cold and get that bitch cracked open right now. All right. And if you like your shots, man, your Jose Cuervo, your Patrona, your Hennessy, whatever you like, light or dark, you like to sip on some shit like cognac, get that shit ready to go. And if you like me, when life is so hard because everything you do on the front line is harder than the average. It's harder than the above average when you front line because you got to be everything, right? You got to be the one-man band. You got to dance. You got to sing. You got to play all the instruments. You got to be the backup singers. You got to be everything when you a front guy, okay? You got to be everything, all right? So get your shit together. And like me, I got my vodka lemonade. Cheers. Cheers. Give me a quick second. I have my phone ringing. Let me answer this phone real quick. Give me a quick second, you guys. Let me answer this phone really quiet, really fast, real quick. The council show enough. Okay, I'm back. I am back. I apologize, man. You know, I'm multitasking. But anyway, cheers to y'all, man. Let me give everybody a shout out, man. Inquisitive, Dejena, Dogman, Don, my brother, the council. Oh man, we gonna cook tonight. You know, oh shit, I didn't see. Abla bang bang. Tony has done it again, my brother. Tony has done it again. Man, welcome, man. We gonna cook tonight. The modern dog marvels, man. I mean, there's so many different breeds that we can cook up. There's so many different breeds that we're going to cook up. So many breeds. You know, and tonight we got the Malinois. We got the Dutch Shepard that we're going to be cooking up tonight. And we're going to dig really deep inside, you know, the creation of them. We're going to dig real deep inside the evolution. But before I do, I want to let you know my week. I want to go over my week with you guys. Oh, yes, I do. That's right. So this week, like I said, I mean, man, it's been a lot of in the field work. A lot of the in the field work going on in my week. And one is I have a truck that is a collector. It's a 2006 SRT10 Viper truck, Dodge. Okay, it's got the V10 Viper motor in it, and yeah. So I've been trying to sell it because it's just been sitting. You know, being a dog, man, I'm so busy. You know, when you have so many vehicles like I do, and like I said, I don't get on that show and tell shit because that's what people do when they got material things, and I don't fall in line with material shit because that's come and go and shit. You feel me? Right? That's come and go type shit. But long story short, you know, it's been sitting. I had it on non-op for like 2 years, right? good condition, all the shit. So like, fuck it. I mean, I might as well sell it. My wife was like, "What are you doing with this shit? You just got stuff just sitting and shit. What are you gonna do with it?" And sometimes when you in love with your material trophies, I call them trophies, right? That was a trophy I had back in 2007, but I wanted to hold on to it because it was a collector. But anyway, so I decided to put it on, put it for sale, right? It's a 2006. It's a 2006. The last year they made it. Less than 500 made in the 6-speed. Okay. But anyway, I decided to put it for sale, right? And so, all the different sales platforms I put it on, for sale for. And for the past 5 months, man, oh my God. I mean, golly. When I tell you I've just been dealing with so many people, hundreds. I'm putting on plural because of the type of truck it is, right? Hundreds, hundreds. So, long story short, I'm getting all kind of offers, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. I'm getting all kind of offers. And I finally just came to my reality, like, you know what? Like if I want to sell this shit, I just go, I gotta either deal with all these people playing around, window shopping, lowballing, or I just gotta just, accept the fact that if I want to get rid of it, I just gonna have to, whoever got my money the way I need to have it, I just gonna have to just take my money. Because right now in today's world, it's a buyer's market. So I've been fighting this war with myself because I got something that's rare, but everybody that's been hit me has been fucking pulling my pants down because all those people that's hit me is all dealers because they know it's a buyer's market. So I'm getting some type of dealer, somebody who want to take my shit, flip my shit, whatever. So long story short, I finally came to the realization that fuck it, I'll, take what I'm gonna take just so I can be done with that shit. So got done with it, decided to move it, accepted the fucking my pants down to my knees. Not to my ankles, but it's to my knees. You know what I'm saying? For a truck like that, it's to my knees. And I just let it go, man. And that was hard to do, y'all. So that was a hard one. And then, oh man. And then the dogs. Shout out to the dogs, man. I was looking at my Formula One Bulldogs and I was wondering what it was as far as like how, cause I got a few of them that I kept that I wanted to see how they grow. Cause that's my recipe. And I'm looking at them, developing, man, oh man, am I so impressed with their development. I mean, I've been telling y'all that for a while now, but as I'm just watching them develop and I see the different phenotypes, because I love variances and the ones that I do have, I'm like, wow, I got some fire, man. I got some fee, fi, full fun, man. I got some good shit. So, man, God is good. Glory to God. We winning. Everything is everything. Like I said, I had to pull my pants down. So I was dealing with that. So I shout out to my drink. I was able to sell it. It's done. God is good. Hopefully everything works out with them and the truck. But I can let it go. That's right. So that's a hard thing to do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard thing to do with, you put you put everything in it and you got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice it. Just let it go. Just so that you can let it, so you can release it off your spirit. You got to accept it. Man, I did that, man. And it was hard, man, but I did it. So anyway, solid week minus all the other in the field type of stress I had to deal with, man. But now we here, man, as dog man and dog women engineers, man. We gonna tap in, man. We gonna tap in and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We gonna tap in and do what we do, man. So I'm gonna drop this link and we gonna cook tonight. We gonna cook tonight. 031 Repo, man, my brother. Big salute to you, man. We gonna cook. 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 Let me make this phone call to this brother, man, real quick. I'm gonna drop this link. So ready. Hopefully you come up and let me yeah, I'm gonna drop this link real quick. Don't y'all don't mind the distraction, but I'm trying to multitask. But I'm gonna drop this link on here, and then like I said, we're gonna cook. I'm gonna put the title in the ticket. All right, the title the link is there. Come on through. I'm gonna let the banner hit the ticker for the topic. I'm gonna put myself on mute. And Young Red, if you can come up, come on up, man. Young
What's
Reddy,
up,
what's good with you, brother?
coach, man?
What's up
I
with you, man?
I can't let you down, man.
I know that. I know that, man. Hey, can you kind of hold my hold the ground real quick? Give me about 5 minutes, man. Let me answer this phone call. I so distracted this guy. Let me answer this shit.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Salute, chat. What's going on with y'all, man? How was y'all week? I'll never get to say none of that stuff to y'all. Or what's good, inquisitive Jen? The Jen? Or I think coach said he let the Frenchie go because the joint wasn't staying inside the cage and shit. It kept finding the way out. So he was like, fuck it. He's trying to go somewhere else. He don't want to be there. So we just let him go. Damn. The council dying. Word. That repo man. Last week on a 6-year bid and this shit in here getting hectic. Damn, yo. I ain't been locked up since like 2004, 2005. That was the end of my shit. Yeah, I was done with that shit. Man, that last week be crazy, man. Niggas know you going home. They try to fuck your shit over. Yeah, I'm good on that. Just gotta keep your head up. And leave that bullshit alone, cause you coming home, man. Everything's waiting for you on the other side of that fence. Word. It's repo, man. It was awesome and getting better. Damn, I don't see all y'all joint. Yeah, facts, yo. That's how I had to do it. Stay out the way, man. Gotta get back to these dogs, man. They need you. Word. See, anyone having problems with coyotes, that's why you never let them know. Word. Facts, facts, facts. No, I don't got no problems with coyotes. I'm in the hood right now. Like the coyotes, they kind of came to the hood, but they like by the train station. That's not like in my neighborhood. That's like maybe like 30 blocks away. But that's not to say they don't be walking around out here at night or nothing, but I don't be seeing them niggas. Uh, we done had a coyote come eat 4 cat. God damn. Yeah, them cats don't be having no chance, man. East side of San Jose, Northern Cali, they moving different. Yeah, see, I'm in New York. I don't know about Cali. I know it's different though. Yeah, my dog just turned a year old, bro. I still got time. Still got bad time, bro. But it's it's so many different cook-ups, bro. This dude, because I'm still trying to figure out what. Then people be getting mad when you say what kind or what type of Connie Corso you got. And I wrote that on the Reddit, and people was trying to get at me over that. Like, what kind? Like, yeah, I'm good on that. So yeah, what's that? I'm headed your way, ready once I get off these papers. Facts, bro. Come holler at me, man. Get up. What kind of dogs you got, Jen? They attacking people. And damn, the coyotes is fierce like that. That's demonic shit. That's demonic shit, bro. Damn, them joints must be big. How many pounds is them coyotes? Nah. And mountain lions. Damn. Where you at? In North? I heard a wolf pack kind of entered Northern California also. So them joints is there too. Mm. What about them wild hogs? Every 60, 70 pound coyotes? God damn. That's a big boy. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's different. Like they mix them with dogs. Cause them joints supposed to be like 25, 30 pounds. That's crazy. Man, I might have to fucking look that up too, yo. That shit got me mad interested now. Got him on camera. He look big. Man, I fell out. Them coyotes eating good as fuck out there. Word. Cats. Cats is running for their lives. Probably little fucking
Hey, I'm back.
what's them little terrier dogs that the little with that the people be walking. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
snatching them joints up too.
What y'all talking about? Ready?
Oh, the council. He talking about this 60, 70 pound coyotes where he at.
God damn, man. What's good with you, Bando?
What's good, Bando? My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, dog. Hey, we about to cook on a good one, man. Hey, ready. First and foremost, man, I thank you as your brother. I thank you. I know you're not feeling really good and stuff like that, but I thank you for coming up. Like I said,
I kind of feel much better now talking to y'all now.
okay, good.
Word.
Dylan, man, big salute to your family. Big salute to you, man. But I like real shit. I appreciate you coming up. I really
No
want
doubt,
to be
man.
part of this modern marvels because you put me up on a lot of game when it comes to these shepherd dogs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
us breaking it all the way down, I know you're gonna have a lot of input just
Yep.
based off your own knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna
Right.
use our assistant head coach, Miss Chat GPT, and she's gonna help us get an outline. And like I said, chat, make sure y'all participate in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna break this whole play down called the Malinois, called the Dutch Shepherd. We're gonna dig real deep because as engineers, inquiring minds want to know. I mean, don't you agree, Reddy?
Yep.
I know y'all agree, chat. I want to know the intricate parts of the dogs and whys and what's and hows, so that when you have those dogs in front of you, you can understand, you can comprehend what you got. So, big ups to you, Reddy. I appreciate you, man.
100, 100.
Yeah, big ups to you, man. Much
Can I
love,
say can I say one thing about the Dutch Shepherd?
man.
Uh,
Man, come on, Reddy. Do what you got to
Yeah,
do.
I heard this thing that they made those to be more softer than the Belgian.
And you are correct. Hey,
Yeah.
so chat. If y'all don't know who Reddy is by now, okay, you gonna learn over time. I know who he is because I've had a lot of time getting to know him and really, him sharing his dog knowledge and just his talent, with the dogs and his hunger with the dogs. But man, Reddy know what he's talking about off the top because he's an enthusiast and he's a student of dogs. So there's a lot of things about dogs that most of us don't even think about, but Reddy gonna go deep down into that rabbit hole and figure it out. So salute to you, Reddy, on that, because you're right. Because guess what? The assistant head coach talked about that, which we're gonna get into. But yeah, you're right.
Word.
Yeah, it's like if ChatGPT calls the Malinois Ferrari, and then she called the damn Dutch Shepard like another car, but it was like a lower level car. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Mm.
So what you saying is 1,000% correct. You feel me?
Yeah,
1,000% correct. Hey, and shout out. So remember that Malinois I sent y'all on our group chat, the Malinois cross with the not the Greyhound, but the okay, the council, he slid me that. You know what I'm saying? So the council is is similar to you with his dog connoisseurship.
Right.
He be on that shit. He be digging in the crates, all these type of dogs. He in the same way. So he sent me that. I was like, oh, that was dope. When the council sent me that, I was like, oh, that's dope. That's raw. Hey, the council, I sent our group chat, and then Reddy said the same thing when he saw that shit.
Yeah. That joint was flying. But
God, that motherfucker was fat. And who would ever thought to take a whip it and put it in a mouth? But that motherfucker looked good too.
Yep. It looks real good.
But like I said, who knows what they use, you know what I'm saying? Like what they used that dog for. I'm sure they had a purpose for that dog.
It's probably hunting.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a purpose for it. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But man, hey, let's share the screen. Hey, let's share the screen, ready? Let's get the coach up there, the assistant coach up there, and let's cook. Y'all ready to cook? Check. Because we're gonna get into the classroom. That's what we known for over here is the classroom. Ain't no gimmicks over here. Ain't no Jerry Springer and entertainment over here. This is engineer type conversations over here, right? We creators, we artists. So when we get into the modern marvels and we start breaking these breeds down so that you can truly understand the what, when, where's, why's, and how's, man, you better appreciate this shit, man, that we do, because nobody do what we do. Isn't that right, Reddy?
Facts.
There's many podcasts out there, you guys, that you guys can choose from, and that's fine. It's good to have variety, but there's nobody doing what we doing over here when it comes to this lab talk. There's nobody but us doing this type shit. So be proud of it. Really take your notes, be inspired, and participate. That's right. Let's keep it going. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to our screen here. Ready? And chat, like I said, y'all participate in the chat. We peeping. If coach is reading and stuff like that, don't think I'm not peeping. I know Reddy is peeping. We'll add. Let's participate. We all in this together. So, let's begin, shall we? So the topic of tonight, okay, modern dog marvels. This is our second modern dog marvels. We did the American Pit Bull Terrier game. Now we're doing the Malinois and the Dutch Shepard. Okay. The creation and evolution of the Malinois and the Dutch Shepard. All right. Now, the Belgian Malinois history and development. All right. So now we're going into the root. We want to know where it started so that we know what it became and what it become and what it is now. So we're going to the root. So origins late 1800s in Belgium, right? Derived from Belgium herding dogs found across the country, hardy, medium-sized, wolfish shepherds used to guard sheep, cattle, and farms. In 1891, the club, okay, now if I slaughter this, I don't know if it's a German name, man, don't hold me accountable for that, okay, you guys? Duschende Burger Belch, maybe?
Yeah, Belch.
Something like that, okay, was formed, okay? Professor Adolf Raoul studied the dogs and classified them by coat type, not by region. All right. 4 main varieties. Oh, okay. So look, hopefully ChatGPT is on point because I know Reddy, you already put me
Nah,
in the game. So let's see if
that's
she's
it.
on point.
That's
That's it.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, so let's break down the 4 main varieties. Because see, shout out to Reddy. Reddy put me on before ChatGPT, the assistant head coach, before she put me on in the classroom. Reddy already told me all the variants. So that lets you know how on top of this fucking dog shit Reddy is, because he already knew all this shit. He told me, hey coach, they got different variants. They got this one, that one. They use it for this. Reddy been on that. So I digress. But let me go ahead and break it down for y'all. Malinois, short coat, fawn with black mass, from Malinois and Michelin. Okay. Tervern, what's that?
Terverin.
Terverin. Okay. So there's the Terverin, right? And it's a long coat, fawn mahogany with black overlay. Now, how many of you guys in the classroom knew that there was 4 variants of the Malinois? Because before Reddy put me on, I didn't know. But there is 4 different variants of a Malinois, by the way, and we're learning about that tonight. Okay. And then there's a Griondele.
Groenendel.
Groenendel.
Yeah.
Okay. Groenendel. Okay. That's a long coat, solid black. And there's a Lacanois. Is that what it is?
Lacanois. Lacanois.
Oh, a Lacanois. That's facts. That's the Wa. So Lacanois, and that's rough, wiry coat and fawn. All were the same breed originally, separate by coat. So imagine in today, right? Somebody who's a Malinois connoisseur had these variances and showed y'all, some of you guys and gals who might not be educated, you might be calling us a mutt. Oh, there ain't no such thing as a long hair, because you don't know no better. But we learning tonight, that there's 4 variants and they're all the same dog, but just different coats. Let's carry on. Okay. Now, again, we're dealing with these names. Now, Reddy, if you can read it, announce these names, because you might be able to do better than me, man. I don't want to slaughter it because it seems like these German names and shit, or these different European names. I'll be slaughtering them.
No doubt. Foss 1, De Laken.
Okay, that sounds about right. Okay, and that's a cornerstone sire for both Malinois and what's that?
Terverin.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's go back. So we know that the Malinois is a short coat, and we know that Terverin is the long coat. Okay, so that is the sire of both. So what, shout out to ChatGPT, our assistant head coach. She's gonna give us the breakdown of the formula, and this Voss 1 Derlekin, whatever that is, right? We know the name, but it is what it is. But we know that's the sire. So that's the foundation sire. Okay, and then there's, what's that other name? Ready? Lieski. That's the foundation dame. Okay, and then there's Elegos, right?
Elgos, DeWitt, Diane, etc.
That's formed early pedigree. So I think those are all females. Sounds like female names.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. It seems
Diane.
like female names, and then that male right there was the foundation sire. Okay. It says dogs were selected primarily on utility and type consistency. All right. So those are foundation dogs. So I think that one sire?
That might be male, because usually they refer as dogs as the male dog and bitches as the female. But I don't know what it is here.
One. I mean, it shows the dam, which is Lieski.
Right.
But Diane has to be a female.
That's female, yeah.
So maybe that could be some males and then some females in there. But they claim that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs are the foundation of the breed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Of course, according to what ChatGPT, our assistant head coach, was able to scour the net and find out. Okay, so now understand this. I must let you guys and gals know. Okay, ChatGPT ain't 100%, but it's more 100 than we are. Okay, so we can just let's don't hold her accountable. To like, oh my God, there's a cup of water. Oh, she forgot this. Please don't do that fucking lame shit over here. All right, all we want to do is get the essence of it, because think about it like this. Ready, chat? When there's an alien craft that crashes, and then the powers that be go and they investigate the crash, and then the smartest people on our planet Earth go and get it, and then what do? They reverse engineer it. They're not dealing with absolutes when they reverse engineer. Do you agree with that? Ready?
Yep.
Chat, I know y'all know better. I mean, come on, we smart over here. There's no absolutes when you reverse engineering something that you didn't create. So being that we weren't there at the foundation and we don't know everything, and all ChatGPT does is she's like the fucking encyclopedia of the internet. And whatever people put on the net, she summarizes. So we just gonna let it be and say, okay, these are the dots at the foundation. It is what it is. Now let's go to the jobs and traits. Okay, early uses of the Malinois: herding, obviously, it's a herding dog. Farm, guarding. All right, so estate guarding, animal guarding, herding. Yeah, we get that. That makes sense. Okay, by early 1900s, expanded into police, military, messenger, ambulance, guard dogs. All right, now traits that were selected: nerve strength, trainability, balanced drive, prey plus defense, endurance, and athleticism. Okay, that seems about right what we see with these dogs that we, in our world today, and why, all these traits coincide with military type applications, police type applications, right? If you want to be a police officer, you got to have nerve strength to deal with perps and shit, right? You got to be trainable if you want to be an officer, right?
Yep.
You got to have a balance of prey and defense drive, right? You got to defend your life, and you got to hunt. You got to hunt the perp. And then, to be on the patrol and shit, to be an investigator, you got to have endurance and athleticism. I mean, shit, no wonder they wanted the Mal to be on the force.
Facts.
That makes sense to me in the lab. Okay, so let's carry on. Now, ChatGPT blessed us with the top bloodlines, okay? Something that we would, how would we be able to figure this out unless you really in the loop? But ChatGPT, be careful what you put on the internet. ChatGPT just might find it. And a lot of people like to be braggadocious on the internet. Yeah, they got to brag about this and brag about that. As soon as you mention something and ChatGPT sees that multiple times, and then she sees it confirmed by multiple people multiple times, she gives you your flowers. So let's just take it for what it is. Now, Belgian/French ring and IPO lines, right? You know what that means already? I don't know. You know what that means?
Those are the show. I guess the show type.
Right. The show type. The show type or the sport type. Right. IPO, I think is
IPO is sports.
I think it's sports. In chat, y'all know what IPO is? No, I'll ask her later. We, you already know the coach will give us the answers, but we'll let her figure that later on. But I think that's French ring. I think even French ring is sport too. I think French ring is sport, and IPO is sport. Okay. Now, I'm not sure, but we can find it out later on. So now, do you want to pronounce these names ready? Because I mean, I don't. I'll slaughter them.
Elgos do chemin des planes. Cheyenne.
Yeah, Cheyenne. Yeah.
Nervoso.
Uh-huh.
A Tim and Cartucci.
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 Shout out to Reddy, man. Shout out to Reddy. And like I said, we're not German, we're not European. So all my European brothers and sisters that might, tap into this live, please forgive us because we know not what we pronounce. Okay, we're not doing you guys a disservice, but we are trying. And shout out to Reddy because he can do it better than me. Now, what about the kennels? Can you pronounce those, Reddy?
Des, Du, Patoy, Pearl, Day, Torbier,
Tobier, yeah.
Van, Day, Douve, Torre,
Yeah, Duf Tour, yeah.
Des, Ambres, Valuru, Valuru, Valuru.
Valeru. Yeah, Balaroo, yeah. Damn it, man. All right, so let's go to the modern, man. Modern super sires. Can you pronounce those already?
And those are the males.
Those are the mares. Excuse me, those are the males. So
Yeah.
we pronounce the kennels. Those are all the different kennels of the top bloodlines that Reddy pronounced. Okay. And like I said, if you guys want to do your research, see, that's why we got this on the screen. Right? That's why we're doing it like this. Because if you want to do your own research and you want to study some shit because you really want to, tap into the Malinois and you want to really know the shit, man, get in, take your notes. You can hit the rewind button. We got the shit up here. Read the names, go study the different kennels, go, do your research. If you want to buy a mouth from some top kennels, top blood, ChatGPT just found them for us. Shit. Do your research, but go ahead, Reddy. What about the modern super sires? He called them super sires.
Elgos, Yagas, Van Day, Douve, Torre, Espor, Pearl, De Torbier, and Grauber's Boca.
Okay. Now, breeding formulas. This is what we love, you guys. Okay. We like the formulas because if we ever wanted to get in our own lab and say, you know what, I want my own version of a Malinois, we can, tap into the best bloodlines and learn their formulas. Now, of course, it's going to take you a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money, a lot of passion and love for what you do. But, at least we can get the formula now, right? The creators of the dogs back in those days, Reddy and Chat, they was using their talent, they gift in their mind, and they was really doing the scientific type shit. We can take their whole foundation and all the shit, and then we can take modern dogs and get there a lot faster than they did, honestly, like we did with the pit bull.
Yeah.
Okay, so breeding formulas. Heavy line breeding on Elagos and Yagas to fix drive and nerve. Okay, so look, I love this part. With the formula, ChatGPT told us the mindset of what they were trying to fix, and they used certain dogs to fix it. And they line bred on these two dogs to compound that drive and to compound that nerve. Does that make sense?
Yep.
See? Pay attention in class, chat. Okay. Now, crosses. We love them crosses. Yes, we do. Now, cross between ring lines and IPO lines for versatility. Okay. Now, French ring. That's why I say you gotta. Once we're done breaking this down, then we're gonna look up what IPO.
The council wrote the name of it, what it meant.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Thank you, Reddy. And do me a favor too, Reddy, because you can see the chat and everything else too. So if you see something I need to put up, let me know.
Yeah, I'm on my TV looking at it, so it ain't gonna let me go all the way up. Like
all right,
that.
so as I'm going, I'm going up. I don't think it's gonna go up while I'm going up. So let me see. So you said the council said what now? Ready? So I can look it up.
Like the name, like what it was named.
Oh, okay, I got it. I'll put it up there. International Prüfungs Ordnung equals protection dog standard. In. Okay. But I know that's like almost like a league or something, like, right?
The IPO league.
Yeah, like the IPO and the French ring. Yeah.
So that's what they do the arm joint where they bite the sleeve and all that, probably.
Hey,
Or
Bando. Hey, yeah. And you know what? Like I said, we can dig deep into it because you already know ChatGPT gonna break that shit down for us. So we'll dig deep into those different, different names and abbreviations, and we'll get the whole breakdown. So we'll do that after we, break all the fucking foundation of these dogs around. We'll really dig into it afterwards. Okay. But keep y'all's ideas in the chat because I'll come back to you. So Bando said, do you think that the Mal has some type of terrier? Of course it does.
mm-hmm.
Yes,
Hell
Bando,
yeah.
it does. They've been knowing what that terrier could do to that Mal. They've been cooking that shit up in there and fucking washing it out. Yes, sir, it does, Bando. To answer your question, yes. For damn sure it does. Let me see if I got everybody else. Anybody else? Okay, cool. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, let's keep it going because we haven't even got to the Dutch Shepherd yet. All right, so it says KNPV police program Malinois with broader genetic base sometimes outcross to Dutch Shepherd stock. Okay, so
and pit bulls.
And okay, they forgot that one. And pit bulls, you guys and gals. Okay. And pit bulls, okay? Because like I said, we know this.
I actually seen one of those headline KNPV with the Malinois, and I went into it, and a lot of their dogs had pit bullish in the face.
Them KNPV dogs?
Yeah.
Now, once we get into the Dutch Shepherd, then you'll know why they like them crosses for the police dogs, because like Reddy was saying, the Dutch Shepherd is a little bit softer when it comes to the intensity, and they want an intense dog, but not so much intense when you're dealing with the public. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with the public, you don't want no lawsuits when you apprehending a citizen. But you still need the dog to be intense. So that's why them police dogs, that's why they like them crosses in them KNPBs. You know what I'm saying? But we'll dig deeper. Guess what's next? The Dutch Shepherd. All right, so let's keep it going. So the origins, Netherlands, 1800s. Like the Belgian Shepherd, the Dutch Shepherd. Okay, Holland's herder. What's that? Hollandsdes?
Hollandsay. No, I'm gonna say Hollands.
Maybe Holland. I think it might be Hollandsay.
Or Holland's herder.
Okay, comes from the same pool of the Continental Shepherd dogs. Okay, first recognized in 1898. Original purpose: farm dog, herding sheep, guarding property, pulling carts. The foundation. Okay, this is what we love. We like the root. Okay, dogs were selected by region and utility, not standardized early. All right. Distinctive brindle coat was preferred to differentiate them from Belgium/German Shepherds. By mid-1900s, breed nearly died out in the Netherlands, saved by KNPV, like we just mentioned, Royal Dutch Police Dog Association. Okay. So, I mean, based on what we're reading right now, the foundation is really just a spinoff of the German Shepherd and the Belgian Malinois.
Yep, basically.
If we keep it real, and then how they bred them, I'm sure how they bred them, and when they were doing a lot of that line breeding and inbreeding and shit like that, based off of the stock that they had, the majority of their dogs were brindle. And then not only that, what we know about inbreeding and line breeding, we know that over time, if you keep doing that type of breeding with only your stock limited, your shit gonna get smaller.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of them Dutch Shepherds are smaller than those mouths because of their.
They're supposed to be bigger.
Are they supposed to be bigger?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Go ahead and elaborate on that. Share that with the chat. How do you? I mean, how do you know that?
Like I used to see pictures of them, and with them sitting next to each other, and the Dutchess was bigger because they do got the German Shepherd in there.
But are they bigger now?
I've never really seen those small ones unless they were like herders.
So okay, so are they bigger now than
They
the
like
Dutch Shepherds?
they're just a little bit more stockier and a slight maybe like an inch and a half taller.
I don't know why I've seen them when they look smaller than the.
But remember, there's different types and all of that too. But there's only a different coat with the Dutch. There's no variation.
So there's no real variation in size. It's just the color code.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dylan says that he thinks that the Dutch is bigger. You got to look at the standard. Okay. All right. Well, now that we're digging into the crates, let's see what ChatGPT says, because we're going to compare the two side by side after we break them down individually. You know what I mean? We're going to dig deeper. So maybe, ChatGPT, our assistant head coach, she gonna show us that, and then maybe she'll confirm what you guys are talking about. So this is good. This is why I love our classroom, because it's collective and we can all bring something to the table because we can all learn. You know what I mean? And I'm not here, even though I'm the coach, I'm not here to act like I know everything. That's why we got, different positions. Like even on a football team, I like to mirror us to a football team. We got all type of coaches, positions coach, defensive alignment coach. We got all kind of, you know what I mean? But with dogs, we got all kind of coaches. What you know, Reddy, I don't know. So for me being let's say a head coach in a reality sense, I'm going to have you on my team because you know something that's going to help me win.
Right.
If I knew everything, why do I need other people involved? So for us as this classroom, understand, we are a collective. We are the super dog man and dog women computer. So everything y'all bring to the table and add, that's what we want, because we're here to learn. You know what I'm saying? It's a group. It's not me, that only one that can be talking like I know everything, because I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I want to know as much as possible, but at the same time, us as a collective is how we know more. So share what y'all know. We'll look it up. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing off the table when it comes to knowledge. Okay? So keep sharing that shit, but let's keep going. Now let's go to the job traits. It says original, right? Versatile farm dogs. 20th century became KNPV police service dogs. Trait selected: high prey and fight drive. Okay. Hardness and courage. Okay. Environmental stability, right? Of course, you got to be that way out there in the urban communities. We got to be out there. You got to be stable when cars, trucks, and all that shit around, right? Brindle coat. All right. Top bloodlines. Now we go to who's winning and who really made a step in the game when it comes to Dutch Shepherds. Okay, many Dutch Shepherds are technically cross-registered Malinois in the KMPV program. The distinction is blurred. Okay, so I mean, so in reality, is a Dutch Shepherd just a cross Malinois?
Yeah.
Is that really what a Dutch Shepherd is?
Basically.
And that's kind of what they're saying to us. And they were specifically, tailored now to be KMPV dogs. All right, so famous KMPV studs. Now, hey, I'm gonna let you handle this one, Ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you handle this one, Ready. Go ahead. The KMPV studs.
Arras, Peg, Rambo Van Rossum, Nikki Pearl de Torbier, Malinois Influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that name.
Which name you remember?
The Nikki Pearl de Torbier.
So you remember? So have you seen that dog?
No, I mean when we were reading about it in this chat GBT, that was one of the names up there.
Okay. What do you mean? Up in the Malinois shop?
The Tourbier. That's that's familiar. One of the other dogs had that same name, Tourbier.
All right, let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Let's just see. Because if you saying it, well, let's just scroll back up into our notes and shit. Let's see if we find it. Yep, you were right. You were right. Shout out to Reddy. He paid attention in class. Perelle de Tourbier, right?
Yep.
Yep. There we go. So he breeds Malinois and Dutch Shepards. So you know he crossing.
Hell yeah.
So we know he crossing, chat. And he's a top breeder in both. So you know he cooking. All right, so let's keep it going. Now, breeding strategy. Less about pedigrees, more about utility breeding. Hardworking, high drive dogs, bred regardless of papers. That's how we breed over here. Over here, as high performance dog men and dog women engineers, if you want the highest level of performance, you have to breed dog to dog, not pedigree. And being that we know that the Dutch Shepherd is a cross, they have to take the best dogs for them to be KMPV type dogs or dogs bred for police work. So they're not looking at it in a pedigree sense. And for us, if we're trying to make dogs progress, it has to be dog on, it has to be dog for dog. We have to do dog for dog, right? The dog shows us something, shows us the spirit, temperament, ability, agility, drive, nerve, all the things that individual dog shows us, right? So that dog impresses us. We're like, okay, let's see if we can transform what we see into a offspring. Then we breed it. But we know that's not guaranteed anyway, but we're going to do that anyway, and that's how they do it when it comes to the Dutch Shepherd. Let's keep it moving. Now, why they never ran into inbreeding depression. Shout out, man. I love it. Hey, and ready, chat. Are we the first ones to be using Chat GBT?
Facts.
Okay. So I mean, chat, y'all. I know Tony be around. I know Bando. I know all y'all. Y'all are all dog man connoisseurs. You know what I'm saying? But we over here, we engineers. Bro,
well,
go ahead.
Dylan solved it right there. He said the Dutch is 24.4 inches at the withers, and the Mal is 26 inches at the withers.
Oh, then the Mal is bigger.
Wow.
Shout out to is it Dylan? Dylan?
Yeah, I think it's
Dylan. If we slaughter your name, Dylan, man, don't no disrespect. You feel me? So yeah. So okay, that's how I seen it too with the mouth.
Until you showed me that one big ass shit, then that's what it's like. Everybody got different standards.
Bro, my female Coco is fucking AK is 26 inches. My female Coco is damn near 25 inches. That's a big ass fucking bitch.
Nah, that is. Yeah,
that's that. So she's a big bitch and she's long. She's tall in the leg. She's got a solid ass body and she's long in the body. You know what I mean? Like yeah. So she's damn near 25. I put her at 25. AK is 26. So that's a big bitch. So imagine, and her daddy is like, I think her daddy's like 85 pounds, 90 pounds and shit. Her daddy's a big ass motherfucker.
Yeah, it's big.
So, very interesting. All right, so let's continue, you guys. Now, why they never ran into inbreeding depression, right? Okay. Now, Belgian Shepherds, originally one breed with coat varieties, right? Frequent inter-variety crosses, Malinois times to what's that word? Ready? Tervuren,
yeah.
What's that? Tervuren?
Tervuren. Yeah.
Okay, what's a Tervuren? What the fuck is that?
That's the long-haired one.
Well, let's go to the foundation. Yeah, that is the long-haired one. Yep, long coat one. Wow. But man, we might have to dig deep and like, what made the Tervuren different than the Malinois? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what gave them their coat, but what gave them their variance to where they crossed those two? So it's like they're the same, but then they're different, obviously. But it shows that it gave it genetic variance. Based off why it didn't get any type of inbreeding depression. That's what it's talking about. Right. It said it refreshed genetics. So we might have to go deep into the Tervuren. We might have to go deep and see like, why is the Tervuren different than the Malinois? Because they're saying that it refreshed the genetics of the Belgian Shepherds. That's interesting. That's another hole we got to dig down. All right, so it says the Dutch Shepherds in KMPV strict performance selection, right? Occasionally Malinois, occasionally German Shepherds equals no collapse. Okay, so the Dutch Shepherd is an outcross. You know, it's a multiple cross type of breed type. Is what it's saying. So the Dutch Shepherd is honestly the best of all three. German Shepherd, Malinois, and whatever the foundation of the Dutch Shepherd was in the original sauce. Is that what it's saying? Or is it just saying German Shepherds crossed with the Malinois created the Dutch Shepherd? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Y'all follow
and whatever else they did for the selection, that strict performance selection.
Y'all follow what me and Reddy is breaking down with the Dutch Shepherd. So is the Dutch Shepherd, because according to what we're reading here, okay, it's saying that it's a selective breeding, like it's selectively breeding performance dogs, but Malinois with German Shepherds, fuck, we got to go back to the foundation real quick. Hold on.
That's why I thought that shit was bigger, because of the German Shepherd.
All right, so here we go. Back to the origins, okay? Like the Belgian Shepherd, the Dutch Shepherd, Hollandse Herder comes from the same pool of the Continental Shepherd dogs, okay? First recognized in 1898, original purpose farm dog, okay? Foundation dogs. Okay, but it doesn't really, okay, hold on. Man, it doesn't really tell us
what that was.
What that was, exactly. It just tells us the KMPV dogs were cross dogs.
What's the Continental Shepherd, though?
Yeah, man, we got to dig deeper into what that is. The Continental Shepherd dogs. We got to ask him that. I'll ask her that, too. Continental Shepherd dogs. Shit, man, fuck it. We'll go back up. Let's ask her what that is. Yeah, we're confused. Yeah, she knows we're confused. Ain't that something?
Umbrella calendar. So weird. That's probably all the dogs that they had in that town or island, and they mixed through there.
Like we learned about the bull and terrier with the pit bulls.
Yeah.
Okay, so Continental Shepherd dogs definition, right? Says Continental Shepherd dogs refers to the landrace type herding dogs that existed across continental Europe outside the UK in the 1700s and 1800s. These were medium-sized wolfish multi-purpose farm dogs used for herding, guarding livestock, property protection, and farm utility. They weren't standardized breed at first, just localized working dogs that vary by region. Okay, so just the same way as the pit bull. So look, understand this, engineers. Okay, this is why, like we think outside the box to create the circle, because our ancestors, who was real scientists and real engineers, early bird, they classified dogs not by standard but by what they did or utility. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then they said wolf-like dog. So we already know what, the original dog came from the wolf.
Yep.
And in Europe, they got all kind of wolves and all kind of, they got all kind of variations back in the day. And as long as those dogs did the job,
they could stay.
and they will be considered a shepherd dog, which, what is a shepherd dog? A dog that helps the shepherd with the sheep and the flock. That's a shepherd dog.
Yep.
Before there became a standard. All right, you guys and gals, that's, come on, man. So, okay, here we go. She even goes further for us. Examples of continental shepherds' descendants: Belgian shepherds, Malinois, Tervuins, what's that? Greenold, what's that?
Groenendel.
Groenendel, and then Malinois.
And Lackenwalk.
Lackenwalk. There we go. Dutch Shepherd, Netherlands, short coat, long coat, rough coat, brindle patterns. Okay, damn it, man. You got variants of coats even with the Dutch Shepherds.
Yep.
Okay, German Shepherds, Germany, 1899, developed by the Thuringian, Württemberg, and other German herding dogs. French Shepherds,
Briard, and Beauceron. I showed you that dog, the Beauceron.
Yeah,
that's the one that looked like the Doberman.
Yeah. Large, strong herder guards. Yeah, the French Shepherd.
The Briard got hair. His hair, and it got hair in his face.
Then we got the Central and Eastern European types.
Yeah, LGDs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so shared traits of continental shepherds. Size, 45 to 70 pounds, medium and large. Coat, varied, short, long, rough, often weatherproof. Okay, temperament, high alert, protective, loyal to farm and family. Drives, strong prey and defense drive. Made them excellent for both herding and protection. Adaptability, could herd all day, guard farm at night, pull carts if needed. Okay, why they matter? Okay, they were the foundation stock for breeds like the Malinois, Dutch Shepherd, and German Shepherds. That's what we wanted to know. Okay, the foundation, we went to the root. Okay, kennel clubs in the late 1800s began formalizing varieties by coat and color, splitting what was once one broad continental type into distinctive breeds. Okay, so that was just a big ass. So they all were the same dogs. Ready?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were all the same dogs, chat, classroom. But you got clubs who want to standardize and focus on breed types. And then that's why we got the different variants that we have today. But in reality, a German Shepherd, a Dutch Shepherd, all these different, they're all the same because of the jobs that they did. And that's really what a working dog is for. Besides all the stuff that we, as groups and clubs want to specify them to be. Okay. Now it says their genetic closeness is why Malinois, Dutch Shepherds, and German Shepherds can sometimes resemble one another and even cross-produce usable working dogs in KMPV police programs. I like it. In short, the Continental Shepherd dogs were the European farm and herding dogs of the 18th and 19th century. The raw working stock that gave rise to the Belgian Shepherd varieties, Dutch Shepherd, German Shepherd, and other once breed club formalized standards. So you guys follow us on this? You guys follow our assistant head coach, ChatGPT, as she broke it down? Now let's get back to the work now, okay? We the first ones to use ChatGPT in our classroom, and boy, oh boy, is it so helpful. What do you think, Reddy? Is it helpful that we got this?
Yeah. It explains a lot.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because now we get to dig real deep into the breeds and really, like understand why and understand how and the different, I mean, this is priceless for our classroom because, we really want to know. I know I want to know. So it's great to know the history. Like having ChatGPT in our classroom is like having an OG with experience that want to share with us their recipe and all their secrets. And how often do you got people like that want to give you the game?
Nah, not a lot.
Not a lot, less than 1%. A lot of those people who have that type of knowledge take their shit to the grave because they don't want you to have their shit. And you probably would never know them anyway. You probably never know them. You probably would never even get in touch with them. And even if you did, you would have to be worthy for them to give you their fucking knowledge. You got to be worthy for that person to be like, okay, I like you. And you might absorb this. As a matter of fact, you might carry it on. So I'm going to tell you, but 9 times out of 10, you dealing with these type of gals and gals that really got this sauce. They ain't fucking with no regular degglers, man. They ain't got time for that shit. They know they know that most people's mind they can't even fathom what they talking about. It's over their head. It's like when they speak some real shit to you, that's just so foreign language that you can't even comprehend it. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You don't get what they saying. But shout out to ChatGPT because she gonna break it down for us, and because we thinkers, we gonna really dig deep into it and really figure out what she's trying to break down. So let's keep going. All right. Now, breeding formulas and techniques. This is what we like. For the Dutch Shepard, the line breeding, 3 times 3, 4 times 4. We already learned about what 3 times 3 and 4 times 4 means. That means in the third generation, top and bottom. That's what 3 times 3 means. Third generation, you got a similar parent, whether it be a female you breeding on or a male you breeding on, is going to be top and bottom third generation. All right, we know this.
Yeah.
Okay, we learned this last week. Okay, when we made our own American Pit Bull Terrier, we made our own last week. If you missed that live in that classroom, go back last week, last Thursday. The making of the American Pit Bull Terrier, we made our own, okay? And it broke down these formulas for us. Now, 4 times 4, that means top and bottom, similar relative in the fourth generation, whether it be the sire on the mom and the dad side or the dam on the mom and the dad side, all right? That's line breeding, right? Used on strong sires like Legos to fix drive and nerve. We read about why they use the Legos, okay?
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. Outcrossing. Okay, ring line, IPO times IPO line, or Dutch KMPV line times Belgian IPO lines produces what, Randy?
Vigor.
Hybrid vigorous.
Or you want.
When you want to elevate your dogs to be even more than what you already have in your family line, you got to do the crossing. You can't be afraid of throwing different shit so that you can get an explosion. It's got to be genetically and mathematically correct. It has to complement your shit. You don't freestyle and outcross now.
Nah.
But because we know why we're doing these type of ring lines, IPO lines, these are proven lines, by the way. Dutch KMPV lines, Belgian, these are all proven lines. So when they experimented, our ancestors was over there making formulas and like, I need, I'm running into a roadblock or whatever, or my dogs aren't getting better. Like there's some people that's really like us that really want their dogs to be better. They're not satisfied with a great dog. They're not satisfied with the championship last year. They're like, okay, there's things, even though I won a championship with this dog, I need to make better because to me, and I know you and y'all in the chat, hopefully y'all think like us, man, up here in the panel. I know Ray think like me. But even though I have a good dog, it's not good enough.
Word.
I can see the flaws, even though you might think, oh, that's the greatest dog ever I done seen. Because you ain't, like you don't think like me, frames, brains, and motors. You had a vision, and let's say that frame was good enough to be a winner, but you saw the flaws in the frame because it wasn't what you had in your lab notes. Like these These type of competitive type breeders who got these formulas, that's why they cross. They got these family of dogs that are successful. That's why they cross. Because they're like, there's things that they want to correct, and they can't do that within their line of line breeding. You can't keep the same blood and correct it. Sorry. It don't work that way. So shout out to the breeding formula of the outcrossing. Back crossing. Okay. Now, e.g. Malinois F1, right? If you did an F1 ring times KMPV back to ring, right? Restores precision and biddability while keeping hardiness. So we know with back cross, if we love our family of dogs and our foundation, but we want to add more, but we don't want to get too far off the course. So we find an outcross that is totally unrelated, but shows us similar characteristics to our family of dogs, but it has the extra that we are lacking.
Right.
And because we want full vigor, we don't want half vigor. We learned about the levels of vigor. I don't want nothing in my line that I outcross with that's related. I don't need an outcross that's with. I need something that is totally unrelated,
new,
brand new, so I can get the maximum level of vigor. Then I breed that. I keep everything, and then I run it back into my family of dogs. That's what a back cross is, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, selection pressure. Okay. Now, this right here is, like you got to be really good. You got to be like with the horses and shit, right? When you spend millions of dollars on the horses, you can't just throw horses away just by, watching them and shit. Maybe they didn't win a couple races and shit. Like, you really got to put your work in to bring the best out of the horse, because you done spent millions of dollars. You're not spending millions of dollars on dogs, but when you spend millions of dollars on horses,
you got to work that motherfucker.
Man, you're going to exhaust every fucking thing you can in order to maximize your investment.
Right.
So with the selective pressure, right, dogs not passing police, sport tests, were never bred. Depending on your program and your belief in your blood, I guarantee you they bred them motherfuckers, just like they did with them game dogs. Yep. Just like they did with them cold-ass game dogs, them cur-ass game dogs that didn't perform, but they had the blood, and they bred them, and they produced fucking grand champions and all kind of shit. Same things with these fucking Malinois and these Dutch Shepards. Don't get it twisted, y'all. See, what ChatGPT is telling us is what, sounds good on the internet, because that's what everybody talk about on the internet. They talk this dumb shit. Oh, I just throw all the fucking ones that don't do it, and then I fucking only breed the best. But we already know how much of a genetic lottery breeding is. Right, Ready?
Yep.
Chat, y'all. We learned that in this classroom. We learned that from the best of the best. They said breeding horses is a genetic lottery. Okay? That's why they breed everyone.
Everyone, word.
Everyone they breed. I emphasize that. So if you're a good dog engineer and you believe in your blood, and let's say the spirit of that dog isn't top tier like your winners were, but the blood is still the same running through their veins, and then your winners aren't guaranteed to produce you winners, but you might have bumped your head because your resources were small, and you like, what, I ain't got a real big breeding program to throw away all my shit, and I'm a beginner, and I'm just gonna breed them all. And then you bump your head on some fucking superstars that came from your weakest performers. You get it. You're like, oh shit, I see why they call it a genetic lottery. So don't get it twisted when you're a scientist. Don't get it twisted when you're an engineer. We don't throw nothing away until we test it. Isn't that what we say, Ready?
Yep.
Chad, I hope you listening to what we talk about over here in this classroom. We throw nothing away until we test its performance, its ability, and its ability to be a producer.
Yep.
I don't care if it's not a good performer, but it might be a good producer. Matter of fact, it might be the greatest producer on my
greatest
card.
Might be the greatest word.
So we gonna let everybody get their shot. You know what I'm saying? And I see my shit as if I paid millions of dollars for it. That's how I see my program. We tested it all, but let's keep it going, shall we? The varieties, okay, past to present. All right, I like this. The Belgian Shepherd, all coat varieties. We got the Malinois, which we discussed, short coat, fawn, black mass, became the ultimate working protection dog. Okay, I like that. And I agree with that. The Malinois
Mhm.
is the ultimate working protection dog.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Terverin.
Yeah, the Terverin. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, long coat, fawn, mahogany with black overlay, ring slash IPO, and also show dog. Okay. Now, if you guys want to know what these dogs look like, hit the rewind. Look at the names, type them in your Google, look at the images, and you get to see these dogs. So, a lot of you guys maybe never even heard of these different Belgian Shepherds. Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, oh, I want one of those. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Grio
Groenendel.
Groenendel. Okay. Long coat, solid black, popular in conformation and somewhat in some work. Okay. So that's kind of more of a show dog.
Yep.
Okay, that's dope. And then Laikenois.
Lackenwall.
Lacanois. Okay, there we go. Lacanois. Okay, rough coat fawn, rarer historically, used by shepherds and guards. Now we got Dutch Shepherd varieties. They got the short coat, dominant in the KMPV and working dogs. Long coat. I've never seen a long coat Dutch Shepherd. Have you? Ready?
Nah.
Oh, it says rarer, more in show than work. Okay, rough coat. Have you ever seen a rough coat one?
Nope.
I haven't seen one either. Farm dog style, very rare today. So these are rare dogs, by the way, but I'm sure
But
overseas
I'm
they got them.
gonna find them though now.
Yeah. Now that we know that they're out there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, we got to definitely take a deeper look and find that out. Okay, so why they were created. Coats adapted to climate, region, work needed, right?
Yep.
Long coats for cold, rough coats for thorny pastures, short coats for agility. Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Says later they were split officially by kennel clubs, FCI, AKC, even though working dogmen still treat them as one population. So in the working dog community, they don't see no difference in those variants. They're all Malinois.
Yeah. Just different
Or
coats.
yeah, or whatever they call it, continental shepherds.
Yeah.
Maybe they call them that. But they don't see no variance as long as they do the job. They don't give a fuck what coat they got.
Right.
Now, summary says the Belgian Malinois and the Dutch Shepherd come from the same continental herding dog pool of the 1800s. Malinois was formalized in Belgium, short-coated, fawn / black mass. Dutch Shepherd in the Netherlands, brindle farm utility. Both were transformed into elite police military dogs through ring sport and KMPV selection. Top bloodlines. Go ahead, Reddy.
Elgos, Yagas, Duvet Torre, Pearl de Torbière, Arras, Peg, Rambo.
Rambo. Okay. Thank you, Reddy.
Yeah.
Shape matter, modern working stock. Breeding formula. Lion breeding, strong sires, outcross for vigor, back cross for balance. Okay, constant selection pressure. Okay, so they're choosing the best of the best for their lines. Varieties. Malinois. Okay, Terverin. What's
Yep.
the next one, Reddy?
Groenendel
What's the
and
next one?
Lackenwall.
Lacanois. Dutch Shepherd, short, long, rough, arose from coat and climate needs. Okay. Now, let's see. I asked for what did it ask me? Okay, do you want me to build a timeline and family tree chart showing how the Continental Shepherd pool / Belgian Malinois varieties and Dutch Shepherd derived, diverged, and then reconverged through KMPV? I said yes. So she did a chart, but she says here's the timeline plus family tree chart of what I asked, right? So it says Continental Shepherd pool. Okay, those are the 1800s. Generic That's before they had a standard. So she's saying they were generic, right? Generic farm herding dogs across Europe. Belgian Shepherd, 1891, formalized into 4 varieties. We already know what those are. I'm not going to repeat the names, you guys. You know, we already went through that. Okay. Dutch Shepherd, 1898, separated in the Netherlands, distinct for brindle coat and farm utility. We know that. KMPV, police program, right? 1900s and today. Malinois crossed by Dutch Shepherd and some GSDs infused. So in reality, that's what them police dogs is really. Those are really just crosses, most of them.
Yeah. German Shepherds.
And we know they started, they was really heavy with the German Shepherds back in the day, the police and the military. So it makes sense why the military want a pure Mal and then the police want that cross. But I would think, honestly, that cross would be even more intense than the damn standard Mal.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. But I don't know.
But the Dutch is soft. Why is it soft? It's softer.
And it says that shit too. Watch this. We're going to find out. Okay, so let's see. She said, would you like me to now build a trait comparison radar chart for the Malinois versus the Dutch Shepherd versus KMB bred mixes? Okay. Now, she's showing that the KMPV bred mixes are its own entity versus the regular standard Dutch Shepherd. That's interesting.
That's interesting, yeah.
So maybe there is an extra sauce to the police one versus the standard Dutch because they're mixing the Mal with the German and the Dutch. So, okay, so she says Belgian Malinois, the trait radar, extreme drive and agility, very versatile, slightly higher biddability than the Dutch Shepherd. Okay, Dutch Shepherd, still high drive, but a little calmer and more balanced, versatile and steady. Okay, KMBV bred mix, Malinois times Dutch Shepherd and sometimes GSD. Maxed out drive. Okay, so then it does do it. The cross gives you the TJ Maxx. It says maxed out drive, nerve stability, and versatility. Built purely for service and police utility. So maybe those are the military ones.
The ones that could handle.
The crosses.
Yeah.
Because it has maxed out drive. If they're using it for police, you know for damn sure they're going to use it for the military.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
See, they not saying the APBT though.
Nah, because see, look, they wasn't telling they was throwing that in there and not saying nothing.
Yeah.
That was, that's how just like they was
trying to throw you off and shit. Like, nah, it's the Mal, the Dutch, and the German Shepherd.
Yeah, just like they did with the American Pit Bull Terrier. No, it's just a Bull and Terrier. We didn't throw no hound dog in that motherfucker. We didn't throw no whatever in that motherfucker. We didn't throw none of that shit in there. What are you talking about? We only use a Bull and Terrier. Yeah, fucking right. All right, here we go. Now, do you want me to build? She asked me, do you want me to also build a timeline performance chart showing how the Malinois and the Dutch Shepherd shifted from herding, farm, sport to police and military? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Here's the timeline performance chart. It says Belgian Malinois started as herding / farm dogs in the 1800s. By the mid-1900s, shifted strongly into sport, ring, IPO. So that's that French ring and IPO, you guys. Right? That's the sport. That's why I was thinking that French ring, you know what I mean? So that is sport.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? Now, by the 2000s, became the premier police / military service breed worldwide. Okay, so the whole wide world saw that this dog was the most superior dog to be a service dog when it came to battle, when it came to war, and it came to competition. Okay, the Malinois became the ultimate premier
Yeah.
Police and military dog. Okay. That means that them dogs ain't one trick ponies, by the way. I know this is what we hear a lot amongst people who love the American Pit Bull Terrier, like we all do. Okay. They claim that the American Pit Bull Terrier is the ultimate dog and it can do everything. And then, it can do a lot of things, but it ain't better than a fucking Malinois.
Nah.
Because if it was better than a Malinois, that dog, and if it can do everything like they claim it can, like a lot of people who just run their motherfucking mouth and don't test dogs, if they can
That
do
shit would be in the
everything,
military.
they would be in the police and the military by now. Okay, they would be the premier breed for the police and military. And ain't nobody, unless you buying these fucking worthless bullies, ain't nobody getting money like them boys overseas for them police and military dogs. I guarantee you fucking that. Ain't nobody getting $25,000 unless you buying a goddamn fluffy Frenchie that you're getting ripped off. You're getting ripped off, right? You're going to buy this, you're getting ripped off. You ain't buying no working dog. You definitely ain't buying no pit bull for no 25 grand. Sorry. But they buying them goddamn Malinois and shit for 25,000 plus. I guarantee you that police and military, they buying them dogs for top tier dollar. Okay. So I digress. Dutch Shepard began as an all-purpose farm / herding dogs, nearly vanished, but the KMPV saved them. Okay. Now heavily used in sport and police / military, though still fewer in number than Malinois. So they haven't really, gained the popularity when it comes to military and police work as the Mal, but they're gaining. They're getting their gain. And I guarantee them crosses is gonna gain even more.
Oh hell yeah.
I believe over time that them KMPV type crosses is gonna supersede the Malinois. I believe that. Now let's see. I think I asked him again. So I asked her, want me to also build a side-by-side comparison table of Malinois versus Dutch Shepherd traits, right? Drive, nerve, agility, health, trainability, and their ideal jobs. I said, yes. Yes, I do. So here we go. Malinois versus the Dutch Shepherd trait and job comparison, right? So we got trait, then we got the category, we got the Belgian Malinois, and then we got the Dutch Shepherd. So drive, prey / flight, Belgian Malinois. Belgian Malinois. Extremely high, sometimes overwhelming for casual handlers. Dutch Shepherd, high but slightly more balanced and natural off switch. Okay, so
yep.
So for you dog men who don't want to work on your dog's on and off switch, if you were to buy and have a choice of buying a Malinois or a Dutch Shepherd, knowing this, you would probably lean toward the Dutch Shepherd if you want a natural off switch.
Word.
Which is great to know when you're doing your research.
Yep.
Okay, so that's good to know. I didn't know that, but that's good to know.
Nerve. That's amazing.
Shit. A lot of this is what I know about me and my gift with dogs. Okay, I have an even spirit when I deal with. I just have an even spirit. What that means is I don't go overboard on a plus and I don't go overboard on a minus. I like staying in the middle.
Yeah.
So with my dogs, I don't get overly excited and I don't get overly fucking angry. There's no overtone in my energy. It's even. So my Malinois, I seen how she turned up because of the environment I put her in with all the different hitters and killers that she was around. Right. She was all docile when I got her because she was not comfortable. And then over time, when she was in the lion's den and she was feeling energy and watching, because they're very intelligent and they watch, she had to get down or lay down. So then she became very high strung. But when I come around, my energy is nothing like theirs. And so because of that, and she knows I feed her. She knows I have the power of the fucking whole pack. She knows the whole pack want to be involved with my energy. So to please me, she knows she has to calm down in order for me to give her the energy that she wants.
Yep.
She knows that. Now, if her high drive is something that I'm competing, like I'm competing with fire, what I mean by that, she's highly driven, I'm highly driven, we're fighting, then I'm going to deal with a Malinois that's probably going to try to test me. And if I overly correct her, she's probably going to bite me.
Mm.
Because that's a high driven, highly stimulated dog versus a
Yeah.
Dutch Shepherd. She's got a natural, or they got a natural off switch. So she probably would already turn off because it's natural to her
Yeah.
if she was a Dutch Shepherd. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I see how my Malinois turned up and she was getting on my damn nerves, honestly. But now she's not that way now, thank God. But I moved her out of the lion's den, thank the Lord. But anyway, let's keep it going. Nerve and stability, trait and category. Belgian Malinois, excellent under stress, elite military and police standard. They need that. Okay, got to have a dog that can handle stress. Okay, Dutch Shepherd, very good. KMPV lines are rock solid, sometimes calmer. Okay, so we're seeing the key right there, like what you were saying, ready? That calmness.
Yep.
That's what ChatGPT is letting us know. Agility and speed. Okay, top tier. Light, springy, fast acceleration.
Mm-hmm.
Dutch Shepherd, excellent,
Them.
but a little heavier boned and earthier. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I mean, I haven't really studied the Dutch Shepherd, you guys. So
That's
I'm
what I
learning as we
like.
talk.
I thought it was bigger. That's why I was like, I think that joint's bigger. Maybe because it got bigger bone, but it's probably like more thicker. It's thicker, a thicker dog than the Mal. That's athletic looking. That athletic build.
Okay, because it says the Belgian is top tier, and they said the Dutch Shepherd is excellent. So that means they're both at the highest level.
Yeah.
But the edge goes to the Belgian Malinois. Okay,
More athletic.
and faster.
Yeah.
Trainability, very biddable. So okay. So it says very biddable in working lines. So I think biddable. Let's ask ChatGPT what biddable means, because we've been hearing that right a lot. Do you know what that means? Ready?
Nah,
Chat,
I'm
y'all
not
know what
sure.
biddable means? Let's find out. Because I mean I hear that a lot, but I don't really know what it means.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says a biddable dog is one that is willing, eager, and easy to train. Ah,
Ah,
I
that
got
makes sense.
it.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Y'all get that chat? That's why we got fucking the assistant head coach. Because now when we have questions and when you're an engineer, we always have questions. There ain't no fucking dumb question over here. But isn't it great that we get answers when we ask them?
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it.
It's
That means they
the
want to.
best.
Hey, ready. That means they want to work with you,
Yep.
not against you.
Right. Right.
They and naturally look to the handler for direction. Okay, it really means that they want to be trained. They're trainable.
And working lines.
Say it again, ready?
And working
And
lines.
working lines. Yes. It's basically the opposite of being stubborn and independent. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So hold on. Okay, so now Okay, thrives on engagement. I mean, that makes sense, right? Why these are high Schitzen type dogs? Why, you don't, when you think about these competition dogs, why they're not picking pit bulls and other breeds to compete at this level, and why the Malinois has superseded the German Shepherd and all these other dogs when it comes to that, because their trainability, is at a high level, and they thrive on engagement. And I agree with that. Have my own Malinois. They really want to please you. They really want to do things with you. Like it's amazing when you have a dog like that. It's amazing what that dog will push you to do. Fuck you pushing that dog. Because if you got a good Malinois, you can push it real good, and you can't push it far enough. If you got a good one, that dog will out push you. Okay, but the dog will look you in your face and tell you more. That's all you got? More. That's what that dog will tell you in your face. Like, you got any more? We're going to keep going? Oh, you're done? I don't want to be done. So shout out to the Malinois. The Dutch Shepherd says highly trainable, which is good. Slightly more forgiving. So what that really truly means is that, like, when you got a Malinois and you overtrain it, and that dog wants something, then that dog's going to test you. Yeah. When it says the Dutch Shepherd is slightly more forgiving, then what I get off of that is that the Dutch Shepherd might not test you as much as the Mal.
Yeah, it's more calmer.
Yeah, exactly. It's more calmer. It's more like, and like I said, I've never handled one, but what I'm assuming is it understands more that, okay, when enough's enough, it's enough. And I get it. And I'm okay with it. Versus the Malinois, they'll look at you like, no, I don't
about that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to stop. What the fuck you talking about? Oh, you want me to stop biting? I don't want to let go. Oh, you want me to stop? No, I don't want to stop. That's what a Malinois will tell you, because, they're very intense dogs. Now, let's see what else we got right here. It says KNPV bred mix. Okay. Combination of Malinois, speed, and Dutch Shepherd stability. Okay, so this is talking about the cross when it talks about the KNPV mix. Okay, I don't think we even hit them.
Nah.
All right, so let's go back to the top. With the drive, with the KNPV mix. Okay, so it says maxed out, bred for police and military bite work. All right, cool. So the crosses. Now, I don't know how many of you guys even knew this, because I didn't know. The crosses are the ones that's not for sport. They're used, the KNPV type dogs, the crosses are used for the police and military. So I would take it that the cross breeds of the three, German Shepherd, Dutch Shepherd, Belgian Malinois, are the ones that they're using for military and police, because that's kind of what they're saying.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay. Which was right up our alley.
Yeah.
Nervous stability for the KNPV bred mixes. Rock solid. Selection weeds out weak nerves. Okay. Agility and speed for the KNPV bred mix. It has lightning. It's this combination of Malinois speed and Dutch Shepherd stability.
Damn. Okay? Yeah, that's good as fuck. That's good as hell.
And you know why they want that? Because they want that on and off switch.
Yep.
That makes sense. That makes sense for me to cook them up and mix them up.
Yep.
Because if I got these dogs out there on patrol, I need them to out when it's time to out. Or if I'm in the military and we in the battlefield and the handler get killed, and another handler needs to get him, that dog needs to be stable in his mind to understand, okay, even though I got a new handler, I'm even though I'm on that hyper zone, I like to get it in. My on and off switch tells me, okay, you're a part of the squad. I ain't got to bite you.
Word. That's exactly what it means. You're a part of the team.
Yeah. Why I gotta bite you? Even though I'm intense, even though I like the shit, even though I like to bite, even though y'all train me to bite.
I
You know what?
recognize the suit. You got a badge on? All right, you're a part of the team. I recognize it.
That makes sense. Why they could, hey, that makes sense, you guys and gals, you high performance dogman engineers. Okay, that makes sense why we cross, because we trying to create better. When we got the Mal is doing what the Mal is doing, the Mal is too intense, going overboard. Then we get the Dutch Shepherd. The Dutch Shepherd is might be a little bit too soft for our liking. Guess what we gonna do? We gonna cross them. The German Shepherd ain't got it all that we like. I mean, it's like a relic, it's like a dinosaur and shit. But we want a better than the German Shepherd. But we like still what the German Shepherd, the German Shepherd brings. We're gonna cross the German Shepherd in there too.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Now, trainability for the KMPV bread mix. It says high, which is great. It says, but handler must be firm, clear, and experienced.
Mm,
And what I get from this ready and what I get from this chat is that when you crossing and you getting hybrid vigor on hybrid vigor on hybrid vigor, that means you're getting better than the Mal. You're getting better than the Dutch Shepherd. You're getting better
better than the German Shepherd.
than the German Shepherd. You getting a super duper Maximus high powered fucking working dog. And you have to be experienced to be able to drive that or handle that dog. You can't be a novice with that type of firepower in your hand.
Oh,
You can't be soft in your spirit. You can't be overly hard in your handling either. You have to be just right and experienced dog man or dog woman. So I love that. Now let's go to the health and longevity of the Belgian Malinois. Okay, lean build, right? Generally sound, risk of stress and burnout.
mm,
Okay, that means that on and off switch might be a problem when that dog don't want to turn it off,
right.
which will call a dog to stress and burn itself out because it always is on the go. It wants to go, 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 go. And it wants to work, 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 work. But sometimes it don't understand that, you know what, you could chill. And what a lot of people do because they like that driving their dogs like a Malinois, they overwork it. And then that dog doesn't have a comprehension of an off switch. And when you're dealing with dogs that are high drive, you have to be balanced in the on and the off. As a trainer, you have to work them both the same, especially when you're dealing with a Malinois that bite naturally as a goddamn puppy.
Oh man.
That wants to go, go, go naturally without you putting any training. That is smart already without you trying to teach it some tricks. The other side of your gift of training as a good trainer, you got to tell it and let it understand, chill.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, don't bite. Don't bite. No, that's the baby. Don't bite the baby. Even though it's playing, don't bite the baby. Like, that's an art in your training too when it comes to a Malinois. Let's keep it going.
Mm,
Dutch Shepherd, robust, smaller gene pool, but still solid. Okay. So robust meaning that it's thicker and like bigger, I guess. You know what I mean? Right? When you say
Yep.
robust.
Yep.
So it kind of ties into what you were saying. Ready? Is it bigger than a Malinois? Or hold on,
Thicker.
it might be thicker than a Malinois, but not overall bigger.
Yeah, tall. It's not taller.
Not longer, not taller than the Malinois, but more robust, meaning thicker, more solid. Okay, smaller gene pool, but still solid. Okay, cool. Now let's go ahead and cross over to our KMBV mixed cross. Okay, strong hybrid vigor from mixing Mal times Dutch Shepherds and occasionally GSD. So this is what you guys need to understand about crossing dogs. This is what you need to understand when you see those damn mutts that run the ghetto, that can survive everything and that live forever. Hybrid vigor is really what creates the best dogs. The most healthiest dogs, the most robust dogs, the most athletic dogs, the top performers are the crossbreeds. And if we understand our ancestors who made the breeds that you and I all love today, how did they make those breeds, Ready?
Crossbreeding.
Oh, shit. Thank you, Ready. Chad, I know you know that, but there might be some new people in our classroom. There might be some purebred enthusiasts that don't understand how their pure breed was made and why when you keep breeding shit the same over and over, you get health problems, you get all kind of fucking cancers and all kind of seizures and epilepsies and you get less longevity. All these things because you got what they call inbreeding depression. And because you're not privy on the original sauce, you don't know how to throw a whole different type of fucking breed in your shit and then bring it back to the original where the average fucking minded, weak, slow, not even in the league of engineered dog men, they would never even comprehend that you threw it in there. They would never even see it, like how we mentioned that there are terriers or pit bull terriers in the mouths. But you wouldn't know that they did that. I wouldn't know that they did that unless it was told by those who did it. But they did it because they wanted that hybrid vigor, because they ran into that wall of performance where your dogs were losing performance. They were losing frame type. They were losing density. They were becoming dumb. All these things happen when you are who we are, engineers, when it comes to these dogs. When you do this shit, you look at your lab notes, you do things over and over again. You're like, why my shit is not working? Then because we're not stupid, we go try something different. But if you're stupid is what stupid does, like how Ford said, you know what I mean? A lot of people is just plain stupid in their own fucking mind that they don't think outside the box to create the circle. They keep breeding the same way and their shit keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But thank God for the Chat GPT. Thank God for all our OGs who didn't have that, who were artists. Thank God for us who are the super dog men and dog women computers. We can think outside the box to create the circles, and we don't have to deal with the bullshit that the novice deal with.
Exactly.
Or the sheeple deal with, or the people who don't even have dogs, who think they know dogs, tell you to do. That's not us over here, okay? So let's carry on, shall we? Temperament. Intent. Laser focus, always on. That's the Mal. Dutch Shepard, serious, steady, can relax more easy. So they're more even-tempered type dog. The Dutch.
Yeah. That's good.
And which is great, actually. So watch this, guys and gals. If you don't want, and let's say if you don't want to deal with breaking a dog, but you want the same type with a tad bit variant, I would go with the Dutch Shepherd.
Yeah.
Based off what I'm reading, I wouldn't get a Malinois. Because honestly, those dogs are not, and you've heard this from a lot of people who've owned them or a lot of people who train them. They're not for, if you're not a top tier level dog man or dog woman, don't get a Malinois. Malinois are not pit bulls. Malinois are not. Yeah, they're not Dobermans. Nothing against Dobermans. Nothing against pit bulls. They're not Rottweilers. They're not Connie Corsos. They're not. They're the premier dog for the police and military. And there's no job greater that you can do that's greater than fucking military and police dogs. Sorry. Sorry. Now let's go to the KMPV mix. Serious, high pressure dogs not suited for casual handlers. Handlers.
Yeah. Not anyone can just hold that dog and use that dog.
No, you got to be an elite trainer.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Elite handler. Because you know, you're so called, because they're saying it's very selective on the breed. You're taking the best of the Mal, the best of the Dutch, and the best of the German Shepherd and crossing them. So you get an atomic bomb with another atomic bomb with another atomic bomb. You got 3 atomic bomb. We know what hybrid vigor does. You got better than the Mal atomic bomb, better than the German, better than, I mean, goddamn, you got a nuclear weapon. Ideal handler with the Mal. Experienced sport military trainer. Okay, that makes sense. Experienced but adaptable to versatile roles. Okay, for the handler. Mm-hmm. Elite canine military handler. Not for hobby trainers.
Yeah. No play.
Nah. Best modern jobs. For the Malinois, Spec Ops Canine, high level sport ring IGP. Okay. Dutch Shepard, police service, protection sport, versatile farm and sport dog. Okay. Now with the mix, police, military, tactical canine, elite level, ring, and KMPB. So this is where the special forces, you know, the tactical units, the crosses is going there. Now, me reading this, us reading this in this classroom, me understanding this for what I'm doing with my bull herder, this is why what I'm doing is not for the consumer. What I'm doing with the AK Mal and the AK Kangal is the level that we're doing when it comes to KMPV level mixed type dogs, when it comes to police / military / tactical canine, elite level ring or KMPV. This is the type of cookups that I'm doing with my herder program. So remember last week, Reddy, how I was really pondering and I was like in my mind, in my notes, like, yo, in reality, I can't sell my fucking F1s I can't sell my F1s.
Hell no.
My F1s is not for the consumer. It's not for the intermediate. It's not for the average dog man. My F1s is for the high-level dogman, the skilled dogman, the even-tempered dogman, the one that's going to take their time, the one that's not going to overdo it when it's training, the one that's going to develop on-off switches. But the only one I trust for my shit is me. It's me. Remember back way a year ago when I told you I sold one of the AK-74 band dogs to a police officer.
Yeah.
And how he was rushing it when it came to, you know, expecting the dog as a puppy at 6 months to act a certain type of way, but the dog didn't trust him.
Yeah.
So the dog didn't open up to him, right? And of course, you know, he gave him to his partner who had a family who wanted him and whatever. I don't even know what happened. I'm sure the dog is thriving in that environment. But anyway, he gave up on him at 6 months. Now, that's his prerogative. He paid for the dog. It is what it is, him. But when I had the dog in my environment, it was a totally different dog. Confident with all, you know, confident, all the shit. I got his brother, Chopper the Man Stopper. I mean, I dare you to test him.
Sure.
All my dogs on my yard mirror my spirit. You know why? Because I take the time to develop a relationship with my killers and hitters. I want my dogs to understand that they don't have to be a slave to their drive. You know what that does to a dog when a dog can relax? It builds confidence.
Yep.
Believe it or not. So let y'all know that. My dogs, every one on my fucking yard is confident. And if you want to test them, test them. I don't have to test them. But because of the energy that I have on the yard between them competing with each other, they with all the shit. Their agitation is all them. They agitate each other all the time. I ain't got to agitate my dog to make him want to bite. I don't got to do that. Me. But I tell y'all, I don't allow my dogs to bite me. But I know that if you came around with that shit because of their confidence, they'll let you pet them. Some of them might not let you pet them, but they'll look at you. Some of them might be standoffish, might not look at you or nothing. I mean, they got their own personalities.
What
But
you mean if you go in the cage?
No, if you let's say if you're in my kennel area, right?
Yeah.
And you're new, you'll feel the energy, but there's only been some that would actually attack the gate as if they wanted to fucking kill you. There's only been a couple of my dogs, and I've never, like Cowboy was one of them. When I had them, I had two AR-15 band dogs that was like that, which is Pink Panther and Orca, okay, which I gave to some farmers. They got them now. But they were like that. But they were the only ones that was like if you was a stranger and you came by, they would really try to attack you through the fence. I mean, that's some different shit. But I've never agitated them. I've never done that to them.
That's something that's what they're on.
Some dogs is on that type of shit. Like they don't know you and they rather fucking check you first and then, okay, he cool. But after they fuck you up. But the majority of my dogs on my yard, my point is the majority of my dogs, because I have a certain type of spirit and they compete, they're confident enough to where then, if you came on there and they don't feel you as a threat, they're not going to act like they're not going to act like it. Like with AR-15, I know I'm getting off a tangent on a little tangent, but just let you know about, developing a dog and being a person that can handle certain type level dogs, AR-15, pure asshole. But that dog is a confident dog. You know what I mean? He know what I'm saying? Like if you knew coming around there, you know what I'm saying? He cool. He not going to bark at you, like try to get at you and shit. You going to be intimidated when you see him, but he not on that shit. And he probably will let you pet him. However, when his switch flips on what he want to get, then he's with all the asshole shit.
Yeah.
That's a confident dog in himself. And the reason why is because I nurtured that confidence in all my dogs with the relationship of me having an even spirit. I walk in there and even though they're rah, 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 I'm not just like, shut the fuck up. Stop that shit. Shit. I got an even spirit. Then I come in there and then they calm down. When I'm in the kennel. Then I leave. All the other ones is like, my turn. I go in their shit, clean up the shit, feed them, calm down. Everybody quiet. Everybody. I leave. My turn. But you have to be a qualified, like they said, handler to deal with dogs like what I'm talking about. And you can't overthink a young dog. When a young dog is looking insecure and unsure, that means it's looking for you as a trainer or a handler to build them up.
Right.
They're not looking for you to just be like, oh, you ain't got it, throw them in the trash. They need you to be like, okay, you're my pack leader. All right. I don't know, but I'm uncertain, but you're going to make me certain. Okay. Then you make them certain. And then guess what? You can make that dog do whatever the fuck you want to. I guarantee it, I guarantee it. Let's carry on. Summary. Malinois. The Ferrari ultra high performance need expert control. Dutch Shepard. The Land Cruiser. Ready? That's what I was saying. You was right.
That's low.
The Land Cruiser, rugged, versatile, slightly steadier for dual roles. KMPV bred mix. The Formula One.
There you go.
There it go. Ready? Chat. There it go. Hey, ready? I didn't tell ChatGPT to say this. Well, hey, ready? What's the name of my fucking kennel?
Formula One canines.
I didn't say ChatGPT put that in there. She did it her own self. And I do crosses. Chat. Those of you who learn about the dog god, I make dogs. That's my gift. I've been teaching about hybrid vigor. I've been teaching about crossing. I've been doing crosses. My foundation pit bull line back in 2005 was all crosses. Before I even knew how valuable the cross was, I was doing it because I was breeding for traits, not bloodlines. Now that we got this smart AI in our classroom, she just confirmed what I've always done all along. And she called my program, what I mean by program is how I breed my dogs, the crosses. She called the KMPV bred mixes, which I mix dogs. She says it's the Formula One machine. You read that right, Ready?
Yep.
Chat, I mean, maybe your screen might be small, but you guys read this. Me, you, okay, whoever else on it, all of us in this live right now is not smarter than this AI. Sorry. We might be smart, but we're not smarter than this fucking AI right here, right now. But the AI just told us that the crossing of these top tier fucking dogs is the Formula One of it. For us to create the highest level of performance, of course, we got to follow the formula of the inbreed, line breed, outcross, and then the back cross, right? But we know if we want the toppest to tippity level of the highest level of performers, they need to be raw crosses to raw crosses. That's how you get horses like Men of War and Secretariat. Dogs for you pit bull lovers like Mayday. And then the next level, the double XL pit bull freak in nature, AK-47 chopper, aka the Bone Crusher. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all. You know what I mean? What you think of this class? Right? I mean, what you think, chat? What you think? How many we learned a lot, man.
Nah, this was A1. Shit. We learned a lot of stuff in here. I didn't know that German Shepherds was the same dog as these dudes. I didn't know they all of them were the same.
What do you mean as the Continental Shepherd? What you mean by the German
No,
Shepherd?
like they're all basically the same dog.
Here, let's ask. And then I think you're right. I think they're
It
all,
said
yeah.
it up top when we was reading.
Well, it said that the German Shepherd is part of that Continental Shepherd dog. Hold on. Well, let's ask it. Excuse me. It says no, the German Shepherd dog is related to other continental shepherds, but it's its own standardized breed with some key differences. Let's break it down.
Mm.
It says German Shepherd. Okay, actually, okay.
There you
So it
go.
says the Shepherd origins. Okay, in the 1700s, 1800s, Europe was full of farm. So that's what I thought it was as far as how they all tied in. They tied into the continental shepherd. That's what I thought. So what made it different? In 1899, Captain Max von Stephenson standardized the German Shepherd dog. He wanted a single national herding and service breed for Germany, not multiple coat and color variants. He blended the Thuringian, whatever, Württemberg, and other German herding dogs into one recognized breed. For the start, GSDs were bred for obedience, versatility, protection, and ability, not just herding. Differences between Belgian and Dutch Shepherd. The size, larger, 60 to 90 pounds, lighter. We know that. Build, longer body, sloping back and show lines, square, athletic, upright. Coat and color, black, tan, sable, solid black, white. Malinois, fawn, black mass, Dutch Shepherd, brindle, and other coats. Temperament, steady, versatile, protective, high drive, more intense, reactive. Work focus, herding, police, military, guide, service, and service dogs. Ring sport, police, military, elite tactical dogs. Breeding history, standardized early, huge global population. Stayed in working pools, smaller numbers, utility base. Says summary, the German Shepherd is not the same breed as Belgian or Dutch Shepherds, but they all come from the same continental Shepherd. So that's really what it is.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, but then because they're their own variant, that's why they decided to do that three-way cross.
Yeah.
To get them KMPVs and to get the ultimate Shepherd dog. Was taking all three and cross them together, which is dope. They call that the Formula One of dogs.
Word.
So man, gotta love it. Man, shout out to the man. I hope you guys enjoyed this Modern Marvels. You know, we really broke down the Belgian Malinois. We broke down the Dutch Shepherd. You know, we broke down the formulas. They told you who the top, she told us who the top breeders were, the top bloodlines. You know, we compared the drives. I mean, we went in depth. There's nobody who went in depth like we did for the breed. Nobody. We the first. Find it and share it. A classroom like ours that went so in depth that you can go back and study for yourself. And if you want to buy some shit, you got an educated outline of what to buy, and then you can go and tap into the breeders.
Facts.
You can go tap into the bloodlines. Do your research. Give them a call. Then if you want to be like the coach or them boys overseas that's been doing it and not telling you, and even the boys that's doing it and telling you, you can go ahead and make you a Formula One level type herding dog like I am. Like they did with the KMPV dogs when they crossed the German Shepherd with the Dutch and the Mal. Okay? You can make it even more intense one like I'm doing. I want to make one even more intense than what they doing. That's why I'm crossing the AK to the Mal to the fucking Kangal. That's why I'm crossing Black Hawk to the Mal to the Kangal. That's why I'm crossing Chopper the Manstopper to the Mal to the Kangal. That's why I'm crossing my Formula One Bulldog to the Mal and the Kangal. Because I want to do what they do. They gave us the blueprint.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new under the sun, y'all. I didn't invent this shit. But once we know, and we're in a group of thinkers like we have, and then we have ChatGPT who scrolls the fucking whole internet and gathers all the information that has been shared since the beginning of the internet, and then she gives us a summary, and we can just follow that basic ass outline and just build from there. Man, the sky's the limit for what we're doing with these dogs.
Oh yeah.
And you and me should all be inspired by this. We should be motivated by this, knowing that how we think in our dreams and in our visions, that shit is real, and it could become a reality if we put forth the work like the ancestors did before us that we reading about. These formulas didn't come up for no reason. Motherfuckers thought about it and they did it. But see, back in the day, they didn't have kennel clubs, people telling them what this, they had real working dogs. And who cared what they looked like and how they were, whether it was long hair, short hair, purple, blue, green, right? Tall,
Yep.
short. They were utility dogs, and they did a work. They did a job. And because we want to make dogs better performers, and like how I think, and my whole motto is with the frames, brains, and motors, I like genetic variances. Ready? You know,
Yeah.
I've been preaching genetic variance.
Yep.
If you guys have followed me for the first time, and shout out to my new follow, we got a whole nother 10 followers this week. So shout out
Oh,
to them.
that's what's up.
Yeah, man. Especially when all we doing is our lives. Ready? I ain't doing nothing else on this channel. It's all live. So to get 10 more people to come into the classroom off the lives, I appreciate you guys, man. I thank you for that, because this is classroom shit. But I've been standing on variance. A lot of breeders want their shit to look the same because a lot of breeders are show breeders, and I'm just nothing against you guys who are in the show. That's y'all want to do show dogs. That's y'all. Do it. Over here, we make high performance working dogs / high performance competition dogs if you want to compete. But when you do high performance, every time you do a breeding, it needs to be different and better. It can never be the same if you're doing high performance. Because last year's dog is not supposed to be greater than the next year's dog. Next year's dog is supposed to be better than the last year's dog. That's why we got to have genetic variance over here.
Yep.
Because if I keep inbreeding and line breeding, there will be no better dogs. We've learned that. You only inbreed and line breed to make your dogs prepotent. Once you have that prepotency, hopefully you got that in a female or male where you ain't even got to do that. But if you got to really compound it because your males and females aren't prepotent, so you got to inbreed, line breed to make sure you keep that, do that. But you only do that as a tool. You don't keep doing it, because your dogs don't get better when you inbreed, line breed. Sorry, they don't. And if you want to learn about that, go watch my masterclass on how horse breeding is related to performance competition dog breeding, thoroughbred horse breeding. Go watch that and see how they do it, and see how they've created these winners, but they haven't created horses that beat fucking Secretary yet. But they're trying to. They're trying to. And you know how they doing it? With the crosses. That's how they doing it, by the way. But I digress, man. I digress. I think we beat this shit. I think we beat this one up. Ready?
Word.
You know what I mean? Chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hit the rewind, man. You know what I mean? Go back, go back through it. Take some notes. Man, take some notes. Do your own research. If you got ChatGPT to pay for one, you got to get the paid for one, okay? Because see, the paid for one, right? If you keep, let's say you got a category, right? See, I got a whole section. It's a dog section. Anything I have with my notes, I put all my notes in there. and then ChatGPT learns me because I keep putting information in there. So what she does is she'll elaborate on my information because she has all of it there. She has all the data. And so now she even making me think about my own notes. Damn, I didn't think about that. Yeah. You know, would you want me to try this? Damn, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So now I'm learning even more, and I'm even learning even more. I'm learning even more, which is helping me with my program, which of course will help you with your future program. So I will advise you guys, if you guys already don't, like $20+ a month, there's different, different options. Pay for the ChatGPT. Use it, okay? Use it. But I digress. I think we're done, man. Yeah, I think we beat this shit up. Let me give a shout out to everybody before we close out. Give a shout out. Cooper, my brother, I with pole position. Big salute to you. Tony, my brother. Big salute to you. The council, I can't wait till you touch down, my brother. Soon and very soon, man. I can't wait to meet you, man. Abla bang bang. I love what you're doing with your dogs, man. Your dogs are looking amazing, man. You know, they're looking beautiful. Young brother, man. Keep it up. The dog, man. Don. Hey, big salute to you, brother. Show enough. Who's the master? Show enough. Appreciate you, man. Show enough. I appreciate your consistency, man, and supporting your boy. Inquisitive Dijon. Thank you too, man. I appreciate your consistency as well. We got Old 31 Repo, man. I don't know if this is your first time. I don't know. Have you seen him before already?
Who that?
Old 31 Repo, man.
Nah, that's new. He's new.
He's new. Hey, salute to you, old 31 Repo, man. Welcome, brother. Hopefully, we'll see you again, man, in the classroom on Thursday nights. Inquisitive Dijon, big salute. Thank you for your consistency as well. Let's see what else we got. Make sure I don't miss nobody. Dylan or Dylan. Big salute to you, brother. Bando, my brother. Big salute to you, Bando. Who else we got? Who else we got? I think we got everybody. Who else we got? All right. If I missed y'all, man, don't take it personal, man. We're not sensitive over here, man. We real dog men and dog women now. We really in the field, man. So you can't be sensitive. You gotta be tough, especially dealing with these killer type dogs that we deal with. You gotta be a tough one, man. Thank you, thank you, Inquisitive Dijon. You know what I mean? Like I said, we unique over here, man. This is engineer type dog, man. This is real classroom shit. What we do is progressive. Nothing is stale over here. Our classroom will never get old because we always thinking ahead. We always want to make better. Hey, next week, should we do the Patterdale?
Word, that'll be a good one.
Should we do the Patterdale next week, chat? I think we should do the Patterdale on Modern Dog Marvels because I think we was finding out like, what was the cook up with the Patterdale? So let's do the Patterdale. Maybe we'll do like a few other. Maybe do the Patterdale and the Yak Terrier.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be a good comparison.
Yeah.
So we'll do that next week, you guys. We'll go ahead and do the Modern Dog Marvels, and we'll do the Patterdale and the Yak Terrier. Oh, buddy. So y'all be prepared for that, man. But you got anything else to say? Ready before we close out?
Big salute to the chat, man.
Yeah.
Big
and I want to say
to you, Coach.
Ready? Thank you, Ready, because I know you was under the weather. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate, you coming in the classroom. Make sure you take care of yourself, man, this week, man. You know what I mean? Get your fluids in. You feel me? Get some rest. Right, you better be watching what you eat. I don't know what you're eating out there in New York, nigga, but you better watch yourself, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
You better watch yourself, man. But, man, take care of yourself, man. I love you. And, thank you for everything, man. I really appreciate you, brother.
Good looks, man. 100.
100, man. We out of here, chat. Peace.
Peace.